Hello. This is welcome to Thursday's Business and Career Tips, and I invited my co-host to come over. He running late, so we're already late. I just wanted to tell you why we're late. We actually decided, or we were hearing a little scuttlebutt around Facebook and news broadcasts that this whole pandemic, COVID-19, is going to get worse come September. And remember what happened in March and April? You couldn't find alcohol or toilet paper and that kind of stuff. So we went out this morning and kind of stocked up on those kinds of things. Couldn't find alcohol anywhere, which I don't even get that. I mean, whoever was making it before is still making it. They didn't go out of business because it's in demand. So how in the world could they, I guess already they're starting to raise the price up and make it not available right before the storm hits, I guess. And then we got to pay triple the amount for just a bottle of alcohol. So, but we did get those other little things like toilet paper and hand sanitizer wasn't available either. We got this disinfectant spray. We got a few bottles of that. So it's ridiculous. Oh, here he is. He decides to join us. There you go.
Good morning, all.
You know what? You got that.
Technical difficulty going on. You still hear me?
Still echo.
All right.
You gotta mute yourself, and then we'll just hear you talk through my mic.
Yeah, there you go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No, I don't hear you.
Yeah, that's just about the size of it.
All right, let me go from my microphone.
Test.
No, let's go. I'll go from my microphone.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm always ready. I don't have to get ready.
No, you have to get ready. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Let me see. Oh, look at that storm. I'm checking Facebook out to see if we're live. But anyway, we went down. That's exactly what we did.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? Let me see.
Oh, yeah, we good. I'm checking. Yeah,
Good. So what's going on?
Well, I was just telling why you made me late.
Why I made you late? Yeah, it was like driving Miss Daisy.
No, I wasn't driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
Don't even try it.
I'll tell you that.
Wasn't driving Miss Daisy.
So what's going on?
Well, we got a late start. We did our walk like we usually. We've been telling you that. Well, we told you guys last week that we walk 3 miles a day. We get up at 6:30, and actually we were getting up at 6 for sure on time because we were trying to beat the sun. But now when you get up at 6:15,
oh man,
it's
so
still
nice
dark out.
So
but yeah, the weather's good.
The breeze.
So we get our 3 mile walk in.
Breeze going on.
And I really like the fact that we're we're able to do that walk, and just it gets you just feel a lot better. You feel a whole lot better in terms of getting your exercise on, and it's just motivating. But definitely stock up on whatever you think you need coming forward with this season that's coming before us. It's already with this hurricane stuff going on. It just already is looking like it's going to be just,
You ever notice how things are coming like so simultaneously now? I mean, back to back. You got you got the Hurricane Laura. You got everything's happening in the White House. You got everything's, weather coming across
it's a lot.
West Coast. It's just crazy, man. And which goes to what we were talking about, or I was talking about last week, like the stress. Everything is just so stressful now. I mean, to the fact that you got to worry about each and everything. Even like more, it's more amplified now. It's just crazy. So all your passions and all your stuff that you want to do in your mind, as far as
well, a lot of it is too. You go on Facebook, and I always thought Facebook was just. I mean, it's a powerful tool, but people just were out there putting all their personal information. And I went to eat this restaurant. I went to do that. Well, now there's. Well, no, it's not as much because people aren't going out to eat, and a lot of activities have stopped in terms of travel and entertainment and all that. But I've seen an abundantly increased presence of this Black Lives Matter kind of people giving their opinion about, all lives matter. And, then I can't believe some of the people, the things that they're posting. And I just thought I thought they were a different kind of person. And I just, want to put it out there that when we say Black Lives Matter, no one is discounting anybody's life, any other life. The reason why we are in support of Black Lives Matter, most Black people are, and a lot of white folks, everybody, there's a lot of people that are in support of it, and they understand that it's not against any other life. What it is against the brutality that people are receiving from the police, like this gentleman that just got shot in the back 7 times. For the life of me, everybody's talking about that. But to me, as big a picture is the fact that there were 2 little children in that car when they shot into the car.
True.
So now you put 2 other small babies' lives in jeopardy simply because of the fact that this guy doesn't stop and do what you told him to do, as if your words are more powerful than God Almighty. And sure, he should have complied with the police officers, but you don't know why he didn't. And because he didn't, doesn't give anybody the right to shoot him in the back 7 times and then have one of those potential bullets ricochet off his body and hit one of those innocent children in the car. And you can't tell me how you could, in your mind, think that that's okay, that these children be exposed to seeing their dad being shot by the cops. If they did believe in the police officers as a child, because we all do, we all think the cops are these great people.
At one time or another.
Yeah, in our childhood. Like that. Well, and then to see them do this to their father, I don't understand how people who post things like Blue Lives Matter and White Lives Matter, I don't understand why you don't get that fundamental position that Black folks have. I don't understand it. And I like to hear from people. Tell me why I'm wrong, why, what I'm saying is ridiculous in your mind. I would love to debate on a very peaceful level, not getting your voice raised up or not getting your
typing in cats.
Well, they can type in caps because to me that's no big deal. But I'm talking about verbally, like in face to face.
But there's another side to that where it's like, right now we're talking about the guy going towards the car. Okay, that's fine. But as any type of family-orientated person, alpha male, alpha female, what have you, he was trying to protect his family and never would. Who would imagine that? Getting like more or less, shot, like protecting it. I think he was like protecting his family when he went towards the car. That was like, my thing. And I'm anxious to see what like the cop said because he had a knife. So a knife walking away, and now you're in fear of your life. You can't.
Well, they didn't say that yet.
You can't go there in that mindset.
They didn't say that yet.
That's what it's going to equate to.
But what they did say, is true that he had a weapon in his possession. He admitted to having a weapon in his possession, but the weapon in your possession, and when you say that to me, I'm thinking my body, my personal, not in my car underneath a seat. He didn't have the weapon in his hand. I mean,
no, at the time,
if you drive by a gun store or you park in a gun store parking lot, does that mean you have access to weapons? No, you really don't. The weapons are inside the store. Now you can go into the store.
Yeah. Well, like you and I,
just like you can go into your car.
Well, like you and I, we're not. They're gonna break it down frame by frame, because they were supposed to wear like the body cams, number one, and number two, it was two of them there, and it seems to be it was about 10, 15 feet between him and the car, and somebody could have more or less, I guess, some man or some policeman would have more or less tagged him or set forth of his authority. I mean, just just go on and just tackle the guy and break him down, or engage rather than like more or less disengage. When you shoot that weapon, and if anybody who shot a weapon before, you know the force behind it. You didn't see any of it, like the end results. Why would you do that? Well, it doesn't even like more or less factor into any way anyone's uh way of thinking. It just doesn't to me. And like the more I think about it, the more annoyed I get, because like the mere fact it just doesn't. Why would you do that?
Why would you jeopardize those kids' lives? Even if you had that,
And
I don't understand why nobody's saying anything
right,
about that.
nobody had to say. Now that would be, to me, as far as like the law goes, that would be attempted murder. Not only one count, not only two counts, but three counts, because three people were involved. That bullet, like you said, could have went anywhere. And like if the guy was so, if the policeman was so concise, why didn't he more or less know what was going on?
And why didn't they just tackle them? Why, just tackle
That's
the
exactly
guy.
right. That was my thought.
Pull him out. You had his shirt. Pull him out the car.
You already over a man. You had three cops. What do you need? One more cop before somebody say, "Yo, let's get him." I mean, y'all don't have no teamwork. I mean, what's going on? I just don't see it. But I know they're gonna probably like the law does, like your way of like making it more than justified. That was totally unjustifiable. You know what I mean? It really was. Oh yeah. Let's get into some little bit of Marvin Gaye. What made you bring that up, Trina?
I just think about it. What's going on?
Well, yeah, that's right. What's going on? Yeah. There's far too many of you now. You know we've got to find to bring some love here today. Yeah. Father, we don't need to escalate. See, war is not the answer for only nothing. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love and get here today. Picket lines and picket signs, punish me with brutality. All right, then, true.
Absolutely. I mean, I thought about that earlier.
What's going on is right.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Right.
How the words in that song still resonate today.
To today in 2020. And what was that? That was 1974, 75, all the way up to now. I mean, both like physical, social, emotional, spiritual. It still resonates, and it's kind of sad to see. Have we really had them, or has anybody made progress, or is the mindset of then and now almost the same or equal to?
And people say all the time, we are all in this together. And to me, when anyone says we're in this together, it's sad we all live on this planet. Because we have so many people that are against the, they don't understand it. They don't understand why Black people are so upset by all of these actions. I had a guy that I always knew, I'm not going to name any names, but I always knew his integrity. I knew his heart, and I always knew where he was he was caught from.
Mhm.
And he posted on my page the other day that all lives matter. And that's what made me want to talk about this on today's show,
Mhm.
is because they, somebody does it that makes that type of comment doesn't really get it. We're not saying that anybody else's lives don't matter. What we're saying that in a situation where the little boy Tamir Rice was playing with a fake gun and he was shot and killed. Here this guy that was in this last situation, he had an AK-47 and he was just
Strapped around his
strapped
waist.
around, walked past the cops like
Walked
3-4
right
times.
by.
Even that. What about the guy that
It's a little crazy.
went into the school and shot everybody up? And then they just brought him out in handcuffs.
Yeah, bought him a
Asked him,
hamburger.
did he want anything to
Bought him a
drink?
hamburger. You cool? You
Yeah,
all right?
yeah, you okay? We have a fake gun and we get shot, killed because it's just wrong. We gotta actually understand each other's perspective. And so that's why I really would like to know how people who think that Black Lives Matters movement is just not legitimate type of situation, a legitimate type of cause.
Mhm.
The legitimacy of it all. Just I want to know. I want to know how other people feel, and we invite you to come on. We were late this morning, but we're on every
But we got time
every
now.
Thursday from 10 o'clock. You can call me right now, 609-484-9356, and I'll put you right on live.
Because every human being is important, and all human beings owe something to their fellow inhabitants on this planet. That means you owe it to another person. You know what I mean? Not just to just get rid of that person. You owe the debt to them because they're on the earth the same way you are. And the only difference is what? What, you got a weapon on you?
Exactly.
Come on.
Now, we wanted to talk about what was in the news. We're always going to open up on what's in the news. We'll open up the show and have a little song that kind of relates to whatever that topic is, and we just want to close this segment with we have to all do better, and God's trying to get our attention with this pandemic, with these hurricanes, with these fires. These things are not just happening because it has to be some type of something behind it. And I think it's for us to get woke, because we a lot of us have been living in a world of accomplishments, careers, single, our own family, our own circle, and not really paying attention to what's going on outside of our comfort world. And because we have all begun to do that, we're not able to see other people's cry for help, or like we go, being down here in the DC metro area, you always see people in the corner collecting money, and we always like make a donation. And sometimes I look and I see a different picture than what is being portrayed. And I say to myself, we all have to go to work. We all have to, get a job to, take care of our families. And so we need to make every effort to do that. But there also is a situation now where people want to do that and can't. They just, there's no job to go to. Everything's shut down because of the pandemic. So now when you ride down the street, if you weren't that person that would donate a good dollar here, dollar there, maybe you should reconsider actually doing that, because we just don't know other people's story. And especially if we are blessed enough to not have to be in that position, we should look at other people who are and say to ourselves, well, if my little bit, my $1 help? Can I not go get my nails done today and take that money and donate it to somebody that needs, to go grocery shopping?
Yeah, because like we all make a living by what we get, but we can make a life by what we give. And that's
Exactly.
how you have to think now. This is the mindset here that has to be invoked. Whereas, like, sure, we had the opportunity, but they might not have had the opportunity because I was driving. I think it was last Wednesday. This guy made a U-turn right in front of me. He was heading back. I think I was going east, he was going west, and he just turned right in front of me. And I was trying to figure out why he moved, but he turned around to get into a line to go to like a
Pick up
church
food. Yep.
to pick up food. I was like, wow.
And we
Okay.
were upset because he just stopped.
Yeah, he
Like,
just stopped
what?
and
You
stopped
know,
right.
road rage kicking in a little bit.
Yeah.
But then we realized when we looked around and other people were doing it as well. And it's like, oh, wow.
We
These
didn't
people
know.
are trying to find this church so that they can go pull in the line to get food.
Yeah.
So,
So we acted as a opportunity of kindness, and we just blew it off and kept right on going. But they were really desperate, and I turned
trying to
around.
get their food.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So I want to give you the business tip for today.
What's your business tip for today?
My
Trina?
business tip for today is,
Because
you
this
know,
is you made it perfectly clear this morning. This is your show, so I don't want to. I have one too if we have time.
oh yeah, it is my no. What I said was trying to just throw me underneath the bus.
No, that's what you told me. I was like, wow, okay, that's deep.
What I said was that
What you
I am
said?
the host of the show,
Oh, you host. Okay, you
and
host.
so I need to get on there and start it off.
Okay, well, you on
Um,
it and you getting it all.
yeah, so that we would not have to worry about, you know, it being a situation where, people were wondering, well, where we're at.
Yeah.
So my business tip is now is the time to start that business. And so I want to talk real quickly about it because we did get a lot of feedback last week that they want us to, just talk about what's in the news or just, like just regular stuff and not keep, not make it so business and uh, oriented or anything like that, or educational in terms of teaching. Yeah. So I just want to give my business tip. It's short and sweet. Now's the time to start a business. And the reason I want you to think about starting that business is because this era that we're in, people are coming up with all kinds of creative ways to fill the blanks because they don't have that job to go back to. They're trying to figure out ways to fill in for the fact that they need that extra income. And so that business doesn't have to be some storefront or, back in the day when we were kids, I remember, certain kids on the block, my parents didn't let me do it, which I don't know why. But you had certain kids that would sell, they would make ice cream cups or freeze pops.
Yeah, freeze cups.
And they would sell them, and the parents were involved. You had parents that did dinners on Fridays. They had a fish fry. Um, they would play cards and have people come over and have to, like pay $5 to get in, and everybody would play cards, and you would get a meal to go with it. That's the kind of businesses I'm talking about starting back up. Now's the time to, be creative, something that you don't have to worry about going getting a license for and going to get, involved with the city, codes and all that old craziness. Just something, that you do out your home. Or if, you don't really want to do something on that order, there's a bunch of different things you can do online where it's just you and you can make extra money. I always tell Rick he needs to find a job that pays him for going through his Facebook page because he gets on there for an hour or so and just scrolling through and he's showing me every 5 minutes all this crazy stuff, which I like because he's looking for it. I just get to see it. So I don't have to look for it. So I like it. But, it'd be nice if every time he clicked on something, he got paid. And there's jobs out there that will pay you for each click that or each video that you watch. They'll pay you even more if you comment on it. So find something that you really like doing and just start it because it is the time that we live in right now. You can really just create your own path. It's you can do something right that'll make you just blow up kind of because then you're fulfilling a need. And we have a food truck. The food truck's been sitting there all summer, ever since we left it end of the season last season, and we have no intentions of going back to it because of this pandemic.
Because it's too unstable right now.
Yeah.
As far as dealing with people, and that's one of the major reasons why we selected that, so we can like more or less interact with people. But that's not the case.
But you got that small window. Somebody comes up there and says, "Hacha!" It's inside the building. What can you do? You can't. Either we put the little plastic thing up,
we gotta
slide the door open, the whatever. But the difference with it is that when you're in a store, you got a big space, and so if someone sneezes and you got the plastic up there, it can hit up against the plastic and go to the left or the right. If
you're
in that truck,
space,
it's coming in. You getting it no matter what.
And like I really I don't take my health for granted. I'm trying to protect my health. So as long as I can do what I need to do until the smoke clears, and the smoke is nowhere near thing. They are projecting right now. They're up to 174 people. That's the last time I say, and I don't want to be one of them. I want to stay on this side at least a little while longer. And I'm quite sure you do too. Like to see your grandkids or like whoever you like your loved ones more or less grow up and stay up rather than and we got to get down to that. We talking about if you believe the theory that it came from Wuhan, China, and this and that and the other. We got to get to the bottom of this, because this at any rate it's man-made, and we know that to be true. But where did it really come from? You know what I mean? So we are more or less vulnerable to a lot of things.
I think it was man-made and it got out of control. It was supposed to, whatever the method or madness of it was, I don't think that they intended it to be this bad. I really don't.
Yeah.
Whatever they had planned on doing, it got sideswiped.
Even when you have a plan, it doesn't go the way you planned it. It never does.
Well, sometimes it does.
When you're doing now.
Look how you planned to be with me the rest of your life.
Yeah, but that was 1 in a trillion. When you get that, that's what happens. Like you did write that down for me to say that, right?
No.
Yeah.
And you better hurry up and say I didn't before the show ends. Because if you don't say, if people walk away and think that's what it was. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But like anyway, it's just like right now when I started, I guess I was somewhat like reluctant on like coming on because it's something every day that's like detrimental and like disturbing, and it's not even in your circle, and like but it's still heartful, it's still painful to have your fellow man go through that agony of like grief. Grief is like a horrible thing to go through, no matter on what level, and that's where we are, and we all feel like a point about it. And if you say that you don't, you like more or less faking yourself out. But in the background, it's gonna really be more or less heartfelt, because let's just hope it doesn't happen to you. So that's what else we got, Trina.
Well, we only got a minute in the show. Are we going an hour, or are we gonna go 30 minutes?
I don't know. I think
you were gonna do your business tip, so let's tell me what that is.
With me now.
Oh, you told me I was sucking up the show and that I wasn't gonna let you have your business tip.
We're talking about liability and assets. That's what we were talking about. And by the way, I think they're gonna cut off the internet at 11 o'clock, so I'm pretty sure I need to pay the bill. So we're gonna get off at 11. What you think?
I wish they would cut off my dang internet, all the money I paid Comcast for this supposedly high speed internet. Oh man, don't even talk about that.
Okay,
Comcast in there.
I'm just going to go like what
they care nothing. All right, I'll give the next business tip, because I've got
I know you got quite a few over there, because as the business.
Well, I just say start that business. I saw a couple of, we posted it on Facebook. We saw a couple of young men. They couldn't have been any more like 13, 14 years old last weekend. They were out there on a very heavy traffic intersection, and they were selling bottles of water. And I always say to people when, they're, trying to get their hustle on, whatever way you're doing it legally, the best way to start to get your nest egg is through water in the summertime. You can go get a case of water for $2.29. Sometimes $1.99 for 24 bottles. Let's say it's $2 a case, and you sell that bottle of water for $1. You're gonna make $24 off that $2 investment. And so you take that difference, which is $22, invest it maybe in sodas the next week, and sell the sodas for $1.50. But you can anybody can put together $2 and put that water in the freezer, and go out there and sell it. And that's a businessman. When this whole pandemic came up, we had a bunch of teenagers. They had got together and started to make the masks, and the young brother was out there. Man, I was so impressed. We bought like 5 of them. Remember, they were like $3 a piece, but we bought 5 of them. And we gave the 3 back and kept the 2, and said, use that money to reinvest for the next batch that you're buying.
Seed money.
Right. Same thing with the water. We gave the kids like $5 so they could go buy 2 more cases for next week's. So it's just ways to get your hustle on is legal, and you're doing a good thing, and you become business people. And right now, we need to be teaching our kids the value of money with this downtime, financial management or money management for kids, opposed to financial management, how to spend money. I know my grandson's 11 years old, and he has a debit card. And my son has also purchased stock. Instead of my son giving my grandson allowance, he set up a stock account. And so every couple of weeks when he gets paid, he puts big bucks into this stock. And my grandson, he'll come and tell her, we've been teaching him how to read the stock market. And he'll come and say, I made $80 on this stock today, mama. Like, we got to start teaching our young Black men, all young kids, boys and with girls, but specifically our young Black men, about money, the value of it, how important it is to invest in yourself, and just invest in your future. And so I made a post last week, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can pull this up on my Facebook page. And I was very passionate about what I was saying in terms of the education system when it comes to our youth, and how we can change how we do, how our kids learn. And I'm going to actually bring it up here and share my screen and tell you what I think about it in terms of, and then you can tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
If you didn't see it. And basically I was talking about how we need to change the school district's whole philosophy and bringing it into the 21st century, because of the fact that our kids, they're all, people are concerned right now about them and the lack of education that they're getting, simply because of the fact that they are not in school on a regular basis like they usually have been. But my thing is now is a great time to not only concern yourself with that, but to also concern yourself with changing the school district philosophy and bringing it into the 21st century. And once we do that, I don't know why I can't find it. I was going to actually share my screen. But once we do that, our kids will actually graduate from, what my suggestion is that when they're in middle school, teach them money management skills, teach them about, credit card debt, and, just how money is to be spent, how money is to, be utilized in a way that, yeah, you can buy the nice things that you want, but you also have to think about your future, think about your when you get to high school, what kind of wardrobe or things that you're going to want to have when you're in high school. Like get them to start thinking about it and then planning and saving their money so that when it does come about, they can actually, invest their money that they've saved into those things that they want that are of value and importance to their future. So that's one thing. The second thing is when they get to high school, I suggested that they not only earn a credential, but a associate's degree. I would like to see them when they graduate high school, they have an associate's degree automatically, maybe just in liberal arts or maybe in auto mechanic.
So you're talking about giving them a dual diploma?
Oh yeah, more than one. So in middle school,
well, like if you think about it, before 10, 12 years ago, or like maybe more than that, like the kids had a chance to go to a vocational school and like the regular school at the same time, and they at the end of the 3 or 4 year plan, they had a dual a dual diploma, one maybe being like auto mechanic and the other one being more as graduating high school. Well, like
but what I was saying, that was in high school, but I wanted it to start in middle school. So in middle school, because these kids already know how to do technology, so give them some kind of credential in social media, like the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. You got these young kids writing code. They got all kinds of coding classes that you can do for the summer in the DC metro area. And these kids at 12, 13 years old are writing code. So imagine, giving them a curriculum in middle school for money, management, writing code, learning how to design web pages, just getting them involved in things that they already have interest in, and then giving them a credential. So when they get to high school, now they can go to the second tier. The second tier may be architectural design, which requires a little bit more math skills. So graduate with an associate's degree in architectural design. If they're going to, they like the medical field, you can do a 2-year medical training to be whatever kind of nursing or whatever kind of medical. I think medical billing and coding. You can get a certification in that.
Right.
Yeah, you could be a dental assistant. Give them credentials in those 4 years. Make those 4 years of high school net the children with 3 or 4 certifications and credentials. And then if they choose to go to college, they're going to college because they want to be a doctor or a lawyer. So that 4 years that they go for college is putting them on a higher advanced level career. But the ones that don't plan to go to college, they're graduating high school with credentials. I think they should have a credential every year. So freshman credential, sophomore credential, junior and senior. So now I got a credential in dental hygiene. I got a credential in Microsoft Office certification and QuickBooks. I've got a credential in architectural design. I've got a credential in financial management. So now when I graduate high school, I can get more than an entry-level position in maybe an accounting office, maybe a paralegal. Imagine that, graduating high school and you're a paralegal. So now, you sit for those tests while you're in high school, and our tax-paying dollars pay for those exams. So when they graduate, they've got that credential, and now they can decide to go into the workforce because they've got the licensing and their credentials to do it. Or if I'm college bound, I'm going to get into college because I've got all of these, this great foundation, and I already take school seriously, and I want to go for the next 4 years, not to go for finding a man or partying or anything, because now I want to become a lawyer. I now want to become a doctor. I've got my 2-year associate's degree in the prerequisites of it. And now when I get to college, I can get the master's, the bachelor's degree, and then go to go from making $80,000 to now $180,000 because now I've graduated college. But have our kids graduate high school where they can get a job making $40,000, $50,000 a year. Just think how common sense that is.
Yeah.
Because what does a high school diploma get you right now? Nothing.
Yeah. But I was thinking, like the middle school might be too young, but then again,
It's not.
no, I'm saying you're probably right because, like, as a matter of fact, that's the point of them being organized and getting a proper plan together, and that's everything needs to have like a foundation. And I'm gonna give you my table of content now. Where like one thing is to get organized. If you really want to start a business or go into a business realm, which stems into your own private life, meaning that like to get organized, uh, you have to be somewhat detailed, keeping records and things of that nature. You can start that at the middle school. Number three, being creative. There's a lot of kids that are out there, just like you said, hustling, doing it. If they sit down and organize like that plan and get those organizational skills together, they'll be able to be right on focus, which comes into my um, sixth one, which is be stay focused. You got to stay focused because, like the mere fact, it's out there. It's out there that like you can really start a business at any level, and like taking your time and planning it out is like all necessary steps you need to achieve for success, and that's how it goes. And like the takeaway from that is like or the key takeaways, in my opinion, starting a business requires what? Determination, organization, and detailed record keeping. If you don't have that, you can't build on anything. Number two, it's important, like to be aware of like your successful tactics. That means dressing right, talking right, getting the basic fundamentals again down pat, down where you're really really comfortable with like what you're doing and yourself. You know what I mean? And it's almost certainly you're gonna be ended up working harder for yourself than you would somewhere else. So prepare to make those sacrifices. And it's not really a sacrifice per se, but it's something you need to pay close attention to. And you know, again, bottom line, somebody's coming in to give you money. Provide the good service for your customers is crucial in gaining the loyalty and retaining a comeback customer. You always want to have a comeback customer. So those are my takeaways that I'm got. Right now I was doing some research with that, and that's the first thing that came to my mind, and that I was thinking about.
You know what? I'm on Facebook. I was trying to bring that post up, for the show, and I'm on there now, and I do not see that post.
My post?
No, the one that I was talking about
earlier.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Now I got it.
Okay,
I hit refresh. That's a little strange, but let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'll show you.
Wednesdays and Thursdays, I don't know what's wrong with the internet connection in my area, but it seems to fluctuate. It just goes up and down. I don't know if anybody out there has experienced it more or less like more or less globally, but they're doing something. I don't know if they are like once patching into G5 or what 5G or whatever, which like that's another thing. I have a research. I'm doing some research on that. Is that really like beneficial for us, or is that beneficial for somebody else? And you're just like a token that that like you're gonna be using like their pipe for for their needs. You gotta think about that.
Yeah, I got it up, and I don't know why it didn't just show up when I was doing the first scroll. But
okay.
At any rate, it's in here. It's called The New Career Path for Children and the Public School System. And what I had just spoke about, I had recorded in this post.
Right.
And 24 people liked it, 6 comments, and a couple of shares. And Miss Nance, Rosalind Nance, suggested that when Biden is elected and picks his educational secretary, I should submit the plan. So I thought that was cute. And then Stephen Townsend, who's a principal in the Pleasantville district, said he agrees with it. So, these are educators. Rosalind Nance was a school teacher, I think principal and all that throughout her career. And Stephen Townsend is also. And so, I definitely would like to, have somebody listen to it. Frederica Averett said absolutely 100%. Kathleen Angela said great plan. So I just want to see our children be given a better opportunity. All children be given a better opportunity, because I just can't figure out what the sense a high school diploma makes. What does it get you? It doesn't get you anything. It really just kind of, I don't know what. Back in the day, it was, you could get a job with it, but now, most jobs, most decent jobs want you to have at least an associate's degree, which I think associate's degree is probably going to become obsolete soon anyway.
Yeah, well,
so put it into the school district for high school diploma, high school.
But you're right. It is a double-edged sword, because you can either take that knowledge and go work for somebody, or you can go work for yourself. Because, in my opinion, we all went through it. It's designed to that schooling that they give you, which is fine, gets you where you need to go, but it makes you an employee, not an employer. But you're in that mindset, unless you jump on the other side of that sword and like go straight forward, go for the juggler with this. This is my opinion. And I said that to a lot of teachers, and they looked at me like I was a little bit.
Is that why you retired now?
No, I retired because I'm old, baby. I'm old.
You're not older than me. When I look at you, I see that same person I saw back in 1974. When I mentioned 75.
Yeah, 75. But like anyway, yeah. But it's just that things that came a long way. The mindset that came a long way, but we still revert back to that. And a lot of things that I see. Well, since my grandson and his school, I can see the dynamic changing, or has changed. I don't know if it was like the area, or like the demographics that that we're in, or like exposed to. Like when this COVID-19 came down, man, let me tell you, uh, like 2 days later, he had a laptop here delivered at the door, and the next 3 days they were like going through the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
One is getting things together so we could get online.
Orientation,
just that fast. Not saying that they had any input, but he's in a good school. He's in a good school, and I'm really thankful, because they did not miss a beat. You have some people. I know you have some school systems, even right now, they haven't even had a plan. And right now, you're supposed to start school in like the next week or two. You have to have a plan, hit the ground running, rather than more or less piecemealing. And that's what's happening with with our country. They're doing one or two things. They're not addressing what's happening, or they piecemealing it slowly but surely. No, that's not the way to do it. We have so much technology here that we can get on board. And if you're not doing it, you don't have to be the first one. You're not going to be one to be first. If somebody else doing that plan, get on that plan. But time is a waste. And if you got a lot of time, then like so be it. Or like if like I know, time is of the essence. So what do you think about that, Miss Bird?
I think it's so important. You're right on task with it. I just want to we actually are coming up on 50 minutes. So we did say we were going to do an hour, Rick. I don't remember. Oh, I just got a text and they said you guys said you were doing an hour. So I just want to apologize that we're late getting in, and just do the same thing we were doing. Go stock up on the Lysol, the hand sanitizer, alcohol. Right. Oh, another thing to stock up on is detergent and bleach, so that you can, keep your clothes clean. And the bleach you can use.
Everybody else out there, they have a checklist.
So yeah.
Just pick up that
checklist, yeah.
And go to it, because I can see this happening right up into around this election because like right now everybody was so forthwith and well, in order to flow and get money out, we need another stimulus package.
Yeah, that's another thing.
So what they want to do? They wrote it. They wrote it into litigation. Like, yeah, I signed it, but no money's coming out. How can you do that to your people? And now what? You want to think, I'm going to vote for you? Or even think about voting for you? Right now, I'm looking over to my left, looking over to my right, and I'm looking in that cupboard, and it looks kind of bare. And all you had to do was set forth, make a decision. But you made a decision to go to court, to put it in like litigation, and then still cut the money, and then want like the local governments to add 20%. So you gave us 400. You gave us 600 before. Now you're gonna give us 400, and now you want the local municipality to give us 200. But we can't do that yet until it gets out.
Oh, and if the municipality doesn't do it, then you get nothing. But I think they took that off the table. They had that in there initially, and then they said that they were going to take that off the table. You don't know what's going on. All people know is they don't have any money coming in. They want to go to work. They can't go to work. They want to go to work. They can't go to work. That's all people know. And it's not right. It's not right. But and then you got all of these, anything that's important like milk and bread. They're raising the prices like ridiculous. You got this insurance industry where people are filing their insurance claims due to the storm, and they're saying that these, if you had an ounce of wear and tear on the roof, they can't honor it. I can't wait until the insurance company gets their hit. It's their turn. I can't wait. I had a guy tell me from the state yesterday that and he was supposed to be the advocate for me because I filed a complaint against my insurance company, and he was supposed to be my advocate. And he said that they don't have the power anymore to do anything. All they have the right to do is to look to see if they follow their own procedures. So that's like when the cops, investigate themselves. So the insurance company, they're going to put in procedures that prevent you from getting paid. Why am I paying you every month when I have a problem with my roof is leaking? I go to you to get you to repair it, and you tell me it's a problem because you can't pay it because it's wear and tear, and the roof is 8 years old. And so he told me, he said, just keep file appeal. He said they're going to spend more money trying to hire people to stop paying you than they would if they just paid the claim. But that's their mentality, because their mentality is to keep their investors happy. And their investors are happy when little claims are paid. So imagine that. And this is the best place to be living in. When you have insurance and you go to use it and they tell you no.
And not only that, if you have a mortgage or do anything of that nature, it's like you have to have insurance. You can't make a move without it. So that's just money being like, you open up the window and you just throwing it out the window because you're not going to get anything in return.
It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Anyway, my career tip for the week is get as many trainings as you can. There are and if you want to get on board with attending a lot of the free trainings that we are exposed to in the DC metro area, give us a call. They're about to have an 8-week training programs on entrepreneurship, totally free, one night a week for 8 weeks, where they give you this awesome training guide. They give you a bunch of resources in terms of how-to guides to get your business started. I thought I had the book right here. I can't tell you the projects that are available down here for absolutely free. And they don't care where you live. They don't care where you live. You can actually just register. Look, this is one of the books. Operation Hope. Entrepreneurial Training Program. Free. This is free. They send it to you on a digital, so you get a PDF. It's free. They have all kinds of workshops down here where they help you with your job search, teach you how to build your resume to meet today's criteria for employers that are hiring. They put you in touch with recruiters. Now, most of those jobs are in this DC metro area, but you might be thinking about moving. So I can't tell you the amount of workshops that are available that we are exposed to because we are in this area, and we just want you
this area is so plentiful and
in opportunities.
Well, just everything, as opposed to where we are originally from, which you're not going to say the name. But like at any rate, listen, my general career.
Call us. We'll share with you. I try to put it on Facebook as much as I can. I don't know if people are looking and listening.
I don't know if they listen or not, but we all know we're in like a selling position. In order, anything that you do, the first impression that you make on somebody is made within 30 seconds. If you try to boost your like charisma, you need to want us work on that. Work on that by like looking in the mirror, getting like your mannerisms down pat. Because the reason is you're always an employee. You're always representing yourself, even for somebody else or representing your company. So you know what I mean? This is what you have to do now. This is the new norm. And like no matter where your stress is coming from, it's not doing you any good. So until you learn how to address it, it's gonna always be with you, and you won't be 100%. Some of the world's most successful leaders regularly express any manner of emotions, including anger, especially anger, because then you end up getting labeled. Those are like things you need to want to, bear in mind. And a lot of time, if you get in that work mode, work isn't always the larger picture. Sometimes it's about just like working ahead, getting like the first step and following your loyalty. That's where you need to be, because you got to more than satisfy you. Okay, if you really look closely, there's no overnight success that took place in a long time. A job, and even a great job or a fantastic career, doesn't give your life meaning, at least not by itself. That means you need to have yourself in place too, to be 110%. All right. So this is my thing for today, and I know we you're cutting like close to the time. Hope you learned something.
It's 11:25. We got two. Actually, no, we got 1 minute. We started a little early. Yeah, we got 1 minute left. Right. So again, if you want to get that information about those educational trainings that are free, totally free, they're over the internet. All you got to do is have your cell phone, log in on your cell phone, your computer, your tablet, and we will pass that information on. Hit me up at 609-484-9356, and I will send you over the list. If you can't really give me a call,
okay,
let me just put my email address up here so you can email me, and you'll be able to contact me, and I'll send you over that list. 9356 bird.trina@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to send you over that list. We just look forward to, we want to keep it kind of multi kinds of topics that we talk about when we do our hour on Thursdays. Still give you the little, a couple little business tips and career tips, just bringing it in, talk about what's going on in the news, anything that you would like us to talk about, or you want to be a guest on the show, or you want to call in and just have that interactive dialogue going on. We want to build our hour so that it's more interactive with our listening audience, opposed to us just talking. So we definitely look forward. And remember also that every Tuesday is Tech Tuesdays with Trina. Wednesday is Wednesdays Women webinars where I'm doing my circle of success that I'm so proud of. And Thursdays are live with Rick and Trina. It's still called our career and business tips. We may change the name of it, but
no, I don't need to change the name as long as we're here. As long as we don't be late anymore.
Okay, Rick, you were driving. But I also want to say that these are all broadcast shows that are brought to you by T-Bird Live. You can always go to our Facebook page on T-Bird Live. And also you can go to our, I gotta remember what it is, tbirdlive.com.
You got so many of them.
I know. I was just trying to make sure, the website's there. And you can post your comments there. And we'll be able to, if you click on contact us, there's a form you can fill out. And tell us what you're thinking. Tell us what you want to talk about. Just, make sure you fill out your name and your email address and the subject of what you want to talk about. So again, tbirdlive.com, contact us, or you can just go to T-Bird Live and you'll be able to not only, voice your opinion, you can actually call us and or text us or whatever you want to do. And you can get Rick at bird.rick 1956. There we go. Contact us, and then we've got Trina at bird.trina. And you can get us anytime you want. And remember, just call us over at the T-Bird Center, the number you probably know. And you'll be able, there's all our contact information.
All right.
So there you have it. Any questions, concerns, comments? We welcome them, especially from our commentary. So appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you. I will see you next Tuesday with Tech Tuesdays. And Rick will be in the room. So if you got something you want to hear from him.
Available.
Yeah, if he's available, he'll pop in.
If I'm available. But at any rate, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for
another hour going down.
Providing good information.
Yes. Okay, this is going, okay, that's it.